standing tall. Feet parallel, ankle, knees and hips in line. So engage the core, so lower abs, hips, glutes, pelvic floor. Pull that all up as tight as you can. Release it a little bit so you can still breathe, then relax the shoulders and relax the knees. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. We're going to look to the left, center and right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center, right. Come back to center, left ear, left shoulder, center, right ear, right shoulder, center, left ear, left shoulder, center, right ear, right shoulder, center. Now we're going to look up to the ceiling, down through the center, chin to chest, look up to the ceiling, down through the center, chin to chest, look up to the ceiling, down through the center, chin to chest. Last one, look up to the ceiling, down through the center, chin to chest. Bring the head back to neutral, make sure those shoulders are down and relaxed. I'll just let Joe in. Okay, we're going to take the arms out to the side, relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Rotate the palms up, imagine the air is really heavy, and we're going to lift up. Rotate at the top and push back down. So really slow it down today. Reach, lift. That air is so heavy, push it back down. One more. There we go. So push back down. Rotate and lift, keeping tall through the body, core engaged. Really activating the arms, activating the shoulders. Last one up. Push down. Rotate the palms forward. Reach forward. Rotate. Push back. Rotate. Forwards. Rotate. Back. Rotate. Forwards. Rotate. Back. Last one. Rotate. Forwards. Rotate. Back. Arms come down. Shoulder roll. And another one. Going for a side bend. So reach across the head as far as you can. Really reach with the fingertips. Push the hip out to the side. Bring it back through the center and take it the other way. Keep breathing. Bring it back to center. So shoulder roll, make sure the shoulders stay down and back, arms come back out. Now make sure that you squeeze the glutes to keep the pelvis facing forwards, but don't lock the knees. And we're going to rotate and look down the back arm and come back to center and then take it the other way. So really getting some rotation within the spine. That core engaged, shoulders relaxed. Keep breathing, keep going. Okay, this time you're going to release the glutes and allow the pelvis to rotate fully. Still keep the shoulders down and relaxed. Soft knees. And still keep the arms in line with the shoulders. Okay, bring the arms down, shoulder roll, and again. Right, so now we're going to work down to the hips. So standing on the left leg, hold on to something if you need to. Standing tall, you take the knee out to the side and open out the hip. Keep breathing. Tall through the body, shoulders down and relaxed. Last one, change sides. Standing on the right leg, standing tall, lifted up out of the hip. Take the knee to the side as far as you can. Really opening out the hip joint. Keep breathing. Okay, last one. Come back onto the left leg. We're now going to go for rotation, the wrists and ankle. Change direction. And flexion, point and flex. Change sides, standing tall. Rotation. And flexion, point and flex. Bring the feet back to parallel. So ankle, knees and hips in line, core engaged, tall through the body, keep those shoulders back. So core engaged, we're going to lift up, keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Lift up as high as you can on those toes, lift the heels, reach up till you feel the rib cage lift, but then relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Then as slow as you can, come back down through the feet. Lift the toes, push the hands back. So make sure there's no tension in the neck as we do this. Head and neck staying neutral. Keep breathing. We're going to go for 2 more. Really as slow and controlled as you can. Last one. Okay, from here we're going to do our feet. So Mexican wave with the toes. So lift the big toe and the next one and the next one all the way to the little one, then all the way back down. Trying to get as much movement from the toes as you can. Really lift them as high as you can. See if you can really slow the movement down. Don't hold your breath while you're doing this. Okay, last one. We're now going to lift the big toe, just the big toe. Put it down. Lift the big toe, high as you can. Put it down. Lift the big toe. 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 Put it down. Last time, lift the big toe, keep it lifted. Now we're going to lift and drop the smaller toes. Okay, now we're going to scrunch the toes under, clench the fists, and release and stretch. Scrunch, release, scrunch, release, scrunch, release, scrunch, release, scrunch, release. Last one, scrunch, release. Now push onto the toes and the tops, toes and tops, toes and tops. Change sides, toes and tops, toes and tops, toes and tops. Change sides, inside edge, outside edge, inside edge, outside edge, inside edge, outside edge. Change sides, inside edge, outside edge, inside edge, outside edge, inside edge, outside edge, and come back up to feet parallel. Okay. Right, so just standing tall, make sure the shoulders stay down and relaxed. Soft knees. We're going to do a little bit of ab work. So we're going to reach up with the right arm, take the left leg out to the side, and we're going to bring the elbow and knee together. So we're going to reach across and crunch and stretch. So crunch and stretch, crunch and stretch, crunch and stretch, crunch and stretch, crunch and stretch. So try and get the elbow to the outside of the knee if you can. And really stretching as you take them away. Okay, last one. Okay, we're going to change sides. So reach with the left arm, out with the right leg. You take them across and stretch. So crunch and stretch, 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 crunch and stretch. Last one. So bring it back up. So now we're going to do the same leg, same arm, and we're taking the leg to the side. So the arm comes up, the knee bends, and we crunch at the side and reach. So crunch and reach. So as you reach and bend. So you're stretching the obliques and then crunching them together. Two more. Change sides. So reaching up with the left arm, bend the right knee, crunch and stretch, crunch and stretch. Trying to keep that knee out to the side. Last one, bring it back round. Okay, so we're going to come onto the mats, come down to sitting to start with. Okay, so once you're down on your mats, make sure the knees are hip distance apart and the feet are hip distance apart. The feet can be flat or up at an angle, whichever's more comfortable for you. Make sure you're tall through the body and the core is engaged. Excuse me. If you find that your knees are coming together, then put the Pilates ball or a block or a cushion between the knees, and that will help. So sitting tall, we're going to engage the core. So pull in the belt underneath the belly button, pull it in as tight as you can. Pull in the belt above the belly button and pull that in as tight as you can. And then you're going to release it off a little bit so you can still breathe. Keep those neck and shoulders relaxed. So this is the main part. This all stays relaxed. The core's doing the work. So keep breathing. And we're going to come back for a count of 6. We're going to come back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. If the hip flexors cut in, then just release them and slowly bring it back up. Take it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. Keep the neck and shoulders relaxed. Keep those belts pulled in tight. Come back up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. You shouldn't feel this in your back. If you do, don't go down quite so far. Relax those shoulders. And back up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down for 6. Keep breathing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. And up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. Shoulders relaxed. And down for 6. 1, 2, sorry, up for 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Down for 6. Last one. Keep breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. Keep breathing, keep focusing on the abs pulling in, and back up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this time, we're going to use the abs to roll us all the way down to the mat. So engage the core. This time the tailbone tucks in. We roll down. So tuck the tailbone in. We're rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way down to the mat. And relax down once you're down. Relax the upper body. So we're going to take the legs up into the air, straight as you can. Arms just stay gently down by the side. And we're just going to take the right leg down towards the mat. Slow and steady. As soon as you feel the back start to lift, that's your limit. And you bring the leg back up and slowly take the left leg down. Slow and steady. See how far you can take it before the back starts to lift. And then slowly bring it back up. So don't rush this one. Really concentrate on the pelvis and the back. So the lower abs should be really working hard. The lower abs should be working hard to protect the back. If you want to, you can put the hands just on the top of the pelvis, just to feel, to check, to make sure it's not tipping. but the neck and shoulders should be relaxed. There should be no tension in the upper body. You should not be gripping onto the side of your exercise mats or into the carpet. Okay, we're going for one more each side. If you're only just going a few inches, that's fine. It's still working the lower abs. Okay, bring the knees into chest and roll them. Change direction. Okay, legs come back up. This time arms come up as well, but push the shoulders down into the mat. So the shoulders stay connected to the mat at all times. You're going to drop the left leg down and the right leg goes back. So I'm talking rubbish this morning, I do apologise. Left leg, right arm, opposites. Again, just take the leg as far as you can, keeping the pelvis in neutral. I think it's this thin mountain air up here. It's getting to the brain. So really keep the shoulders relaxed, staying on the mat. And again, if you're only taking the leg a little way, that's fine, so long as your pelvis is staying in neutral. Then you're working those lower abs. It's all about being slow and controlled. Okay, last one, bring the knees into chest, roll them in one direction and then the other. Okay, put the feet down to the mat. Relax your body, just do a couple of pelvic tilts, first in one direction and then in the other. Okay, bring the pelvis to rest back in neutral. Now again, that stays in neutral and we're going to work the upper abs. So we're going to lift the chest towards the thighs, keeping the neck and shoulders relaxed. So make sure you keep breathing. We're going to lift, get those shoulder blades off the mat, look at the knees and slowly take it down. So make sure the movement's coming from just underneath the ribs as you lift and slowly lower. Lift, look at the knees, keep breathing, relax the shoulders, slowly lower. Keep breathing, we've got 5 more to do. If you feel the tension start to come into your neck, just lie on the mat for a second and reset. Last one. Bring it back down. Just do a couple of shoulder shrugs. Take the shoulders up to the ears and drop them down. Lift them up to the ears. Take them down. Right, so this time we're going to do the obliques. So we're going cross body. So option 1, we're going to lift your elbow and take it across the knee. So the knee comes across and we look down that side. And we're going to do all the same side. We're going to do 10 each side. Option 2, if you want to, You're going to straighten the leg, straighten the arm, and tap as far up the leg as you can to the side. You're going to take it across and look. So either full arm and leg or elbow to knee. 5, keep breathing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it down, change sides. So again, either elbow to knee. So we're going elbow to opposite knee. Or straight. Arms and legs. Two more. Bring the body back flat on the mat. Relax the shoulders, make sure the core is still engaged. Bring the knees into chest, roll them one direction. And then the other. So bring the feet back down to the mat. We're going to lift up into bridge. I want you to lift up and stay up. So we're going to make sure the feet and knees are hip distance apart. Push through the feet, tip the tailbone off the mat, lift the pelvis, lift the vertebrae one at a time, lift all the way up to the top. Pause and hold at the top. And then using the abs, we're going to pulse just 10 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keeping those hips high, 9, 10. Lift back up to the top. Pause, take a breath, and slowly bring it back down. All the way back down through the vertebrae. Rock the pelvis, tailbone's the last thing to touch down. We'll do one more set of those. So we're going to lift up, peel the tailbone, then the pelvis, vertebrae, all the way up to the top. Pause at the top, make sure the neck and shoulders are relaxed. Make sure the abs are engaged, and we're going to pulse for 10. 1, it's not a big movement. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, make sure you're coming all the way up to the top each time. 8, 9, 10. Pause at the top. Slowly bring it back down. Rock the pelvis down, tailbone's the last thing to touch down. From here, we're going to roll onto our sides. So make sure we're on our elbows. So elbow comes underneath shoulder. We lift it up out of the shoulder joint. So option 1, the bottom leg is bent, top leg is straight. We make sure at all times the body's 90 degrees to the mat. So don't allow the body to drop forward or roll back. So hips are nice and stacked. So we've got a straight line, shoulder, shoulder, hip, knee and ankle on the top leg. So option 1, we're going to lift up. So we're really lifting from here. So again, working the obliques and dropping it back down. Option 2, both legs go straight, top leg goes in front of the bottom, and we lift up. Option 3, legs are stacked, and we lift up. And option 4, legs are stacked, and then if you want, you can lift the top leg and slowly bring it down. So pick your option or combination of options, and we're going to go for 10. Make sure you're really lifting from the top of the hips, from the lower abs. We're lifting up. Now, if you struggle with the elbow, you can put a folded towel underneath, or if it's too much, you can come up to full hand and lift from there. Just make sure if you do that, you keep the core engaged. That's good. Really make sure lifting from the center. Remember, if you come to the full option and then decide that it's too much, then drop down and bend the knee. Right, we're going to change sides. Again, get yourself lined up here. So elbow underneath shoulder, lifted up out of the shoulder joint, 90 degrees to the mat, nice straight line. So if you're doing it in option 1, that bottom leg stays bent, the knees in front, and we're going to push into that knee and lift. And as you lift, make sure you're not pushing down into that shoulder. You're staying lifted up. And as you come up, you're coming up still 90 degrees to the mat. So the hip goes straight up to the ceiling. Keep breathing. All these things to remember. Smile. And once you've done the last one, you're going to roll onto your fronts. So your elbows are underneath your shoulders. To start with, the body's just on the mat, feet relaxed. So we're just going to push the chest away from the mat. Just do a little bit of a back stretch. Head and neck stay in neutral. Make sure that belly button's pulled in. Right, so you've got a couple of options from here. So we're either going to lift up into half plank, which point you come up to the knees, or you're going to come into full plank, and we're going to do hip dips. We're dropping the hips to the side. So that can be done from half plank. You're taking to the sides. The shoulders should stay pretty much in line. Or if you're in full plank, try and get rotation from the hips. The feet will move. And at any point you need to, drop back to the mat and push away into a back stretch. Okay, just a few more. Okay, come back down to a back stretch. Push into the hands. Lift the body away. Relax those shoulders. Okay, come back round to sitting. So sitting tall. Relax the shoulders down. Gently put the hand down to the side. We're just going to do a side bend and really reach and stretch where we've just been working. Head and neck stay in neutral, belly button's pulled in. Bring it back to center and take it the other way. Last one. Come back up, straight through the spine, core engaged. Arms come out wide. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. And we're going to do a rotation. Back to center. And then take it the other way. Last one. Bring it down. So shoulder rolls. Okay, so from here, that's the last of the mat work. So from here, we're going to come back up to standing and finish with a little bit of balance work. Okay, so standing tall. So make sure we get the standing posture right first. Feet parallel, soft knees, ankle, knees and hips in line. Core engaged, shoulders relaxed. Tall through the body, so take a nice deep breath. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Imagine you've got that string up on the spine that's pulling you upwards. So you've all grown by about 1 inch. Okay, we're coming to tree pose first. So pick your option, foot just touching down, just above the ankle or above the knee, not across a joint. This knee comes out to the side, we lift up through the body. Keep breathing. Try and keep the shoulders relaxed if you can. Okay, we're going to bring the arms down. Bring the leg down, change sides. So try and make sure this hip doesn't come out. As we lift up, tall through the body, shoulders relaxed. Bring the arms down. Bring the leg down. Okay, so we're going to try and do a forward balance. So you're going to, depending on your room, you either take the arms out wide or out forwards. So core engaged, pelvis stays level. So we're going to drop forwards, take the back leg back, the right leg back, and start to reach with it. Lift up out of the standing hip, but keep the knee soft and drop the chest down towards the floor. Keep breathing. Just get that belly button in towards the spine. And slowly bring it back down. Change sides. So standing on the right leg, lift up out of the hip. Arms come out wide or forwards if you haven't got the space. I'm going to take the chest down towards the floor. Keep the right knee soft. Lift up out of that standing hip. Drop the chest down towards the floor. Keep breathing, keep the chest nice and open. Slowly bring it back down. Okay, 20-second balances. Feet parallel. Ankle, knees and hips in line, hands on hips. So feet just touching. I'm going to close our eyes. 3, 2, 1. Relax the shoulders. Okay, standing on the right leg. Lift the left. Try and keep the pelvis level. Oh. I'm going to go again. 3, 2, 1. Eyes closed if you can. Okay, change sides, left leg. Standing tall. 2, 1. And the last one, tightrope. Excuse me. So the dominant foot comes in front. Try and keep the weight even. So you don't want to be dropping forwards so that body stays nice and upright. Soft knees, weight between both the legs. And we'll go again. 3, 2, 1. Hands on hips. Eyes open or eyes closed. Keep breathing. Okay. So relax the shoulders. Shoulder rolls. So imagine you've got a wall behind you. You're going to bring the arms up and we're just going to reach them back. Wall angels. In preparation for doing snow angels at the weekend if we get snow again. So make sure, just glance to the side, make sure that the hands are nice and flat. So your hands should be flat like this, not like this. So just, and head and neck stay in neutral. So no cheating by pushing your chin forward. Keep the chin in line with the spine. Sorry, the chin in line with this. Oh, I am talking rubbish today. I do apologise. Your head in line with your spine. Don't push your chin forwards. Just hold that there for a second and breathe. Okay, bring the arms down. Shoulder roll. Interlink the fingers. Push them away. Reach up. Side bend. And center. Side bend. Center. Rotation. Center. Rotation. Center. Bring the hands behind you. Push them away. Release the hands. Shake them out. Shake the arms. Shake the legs. Shake the body. Really shake those hips today. Wriggle the lower abs and the other direction. That's lovely. Thank you ever so much for joining me. Lovely to see so many lovely faces.